Hello and welcome to a level up reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. My name is Brandon, and in this level up reading, what I'm going to be doing is tapping into the Scorpio collective and looking at what energies are currently in your chakras, starting with the root, going to the crown, and then we're going to ask Spirit, the universe, the Scorpio higher self collective, what actions to take based on the progress you're already making so that you can further level up. Keep in mind that time is fluid. The messages coming through could have already happened, are happening, or will happen in the future should you maintain the energy that you're currently in. We'll also talk about scorpionic energy, and also specifically how the chakras work together. If I do reference masculine or feminine, know that I'm referencing energy. I'm not speaking of any sort of gender expression as much as I'm talking about energy. And know that in each of us we have masculine and feminine in us. And as a Scorpio, ruler of the 8th house, which is about sex, death, and transformation, it's also about intimacy. It's the trust that we build with ourselves on our own sexuality and intimate self. That's important before we couple with anybody else. Scorpio is fixed water energy. It's inherently feminine, and its opposite sign is fixed earth energy, that of Taurus. I happen to be a triple Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and I also have Saturn in the sign of Taurus. So we are each other's shadow signs, and I've had many Scorpio relationships in my life, from my immediate family to friends and lovers. So without further ado, one last thing. Look for the synchronicities in this reading. If you're new to tarot, if you're new to my channel, know that I'm an MBTI certified practitioner, which is a lot to do with how our minds function, and also Carl Jung, who created the cognitive functions theory, or the which later became the MBTI, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. I combine various typology systems, including astrology and numerology, with cognitive functions theory. Also, if you're knowledgeable or heard of the Enneagram, which is related to numerology and astrology, but going back to Carl Jung and the individuation process, this process of transformation, scorpionic energy, Scorpio ruled by Mars, the planet of action, of masculine fire energy, of war, and death as a result, coupled with your solitary ruler of Scorpio is the planet Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio alone, and Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. Pluto, speaking of Scorpio and 8th house and intimacy, and sex, death, and other people's resources, Pluto is a binary system. It's a planet of transformation, major transformation. Think fiery phoenix, which is very scorpionic energy. You have the fire of Mars energy combined with this binary system. Pluto is a binary system. The planet Pluto is about 18% the size of our moon, and its moon or satellite called Charon is about a third of the size of Pluto. And they have an interesting relationship because Pluto is comprised of methane ice along with other very dangerous, toxic to life elements, chemicals. And its satellite is comprised of mostly hydrogen or water, ice, and some other elements. Due to their relationship gravitationally and their proximity to one another and how they work together, its satellite, Charon, actually expels this hydrogen ice that lands and forms and coats and adds to the methane ice, this hydrogen ice. And I'll have to stop there in describing what happens when these elements do mix. But I trust that it is transformative, that there is something in the nature of the relationship, very Scorpionic, that is transformative. So if you didn't know that about Pluto, understand Pluto not to be one body in the heavens, but actually two, that is all about transformation and coupling in a way that creates transformation within these two bodies. All right, I'm using the Dark Days Tarot for you, Scorpio. I know how you like the darker things, the taboo things in life. Well, like might be the wrong word to use. I would say that the depth that you explore your inner emotional world is just that, very deep and very mysterious. It's also known as the house of mystery. So, without further ado, we're going to look at a tarot card in each of your chakras. We'll talk about the root chakra first, and then the crown, and then we'll tap into the Scorpio collective and the Scorpio higher mind, the universe, God, if you will, for advice on how best to level up from the energy that we see in the first 7 chakras. I hope you're doing well. Look for the synchronicities. Don't force any of these messages into your own energy and timeline. Use this as an intuitive exercise so you can better flex your muscles of discernment, so you can know what energy is yours and is not yours. As a Scorpio, again, you are emotionally very deep and also very psychic and empathic, able to read other people's energy, oftentimes better than they can themselves. That's certainly my situation. I found that to be true of Scorpios. My grandmother is Scorpio, mother is Scorpio, and a couple of my last relationships were also Scorpios. And all of them have a way of knowing how to work my energy or reflect that emotional part of me that, as a Taurus, as a triple Taurus, sun and moon and rising, that earth fixed energy, I don't always tap into. In my situation, because my moon, Taurus moon, which is exalted in the sign of Taurus, is in my first house, ruled by Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars also rules Scorpio. So there's a really, I don't mean to brag here, but I'm very secure with my emotions, and I don't, because I can ground them. I don't often show what's going on inside, which I think really intrigues Scorpios, because on one hand, you can read my energy, but for me personally, all the Scorpios I've encountered, thank you, they've become a bit obsessive with me because they can't read all of the emotions that they normally can of other signs and other people in their life. And of course, opposites always attract, so. Three of Pentacles. I like this in the root chakra. Root chakra is where we keep we form our foundations for the other chakras. It's our root, it's our base, it's our, and it's earth energy, which is great. And 3 is a number of creation. So I'm already picking up that you are grounded right now, Scorpio, which is awesome. And you're in a state of creation. We have a ladder here with 2 people. That ladder ascends to a triangle with birds up above. 3 is the first number that can create a pattern. Very creative. This is Capricorn energy. Capricorn is cardinal earth energy. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, 10th house. Saturn is all about structure, discipline, and necessary change. The change that provides structure where there was structure or was no structure before, or where there needs to be structure in our lives. It's Scorpio season. Happy birthday, Scorpio. I forgot to mention that. And it's eclipse season. We had an eclipse in the sign of Scorpio a couple of weeks ago from the time of this reading. And in 2 days, we will have a full moon, a full blood moon in the sign of Taurus, your opposite sign, which will be a lunar eclipse. Massive changes going on in the planet. You know a lot about transformation, don't you? And I think you've already gotten a head start here. Well, I would say that healthy Scorpios are always in a constant state of change, certainly on the inside. Although water is fixed, I know a lot of Scorpios who have a difficult time in getting those emotions to a mutable, changeable state. But in this reading, if this is resonating with you, you are grounding yourself and preparing yourself for change. World card, major arcana, Capricorn energy, Saturnian energy. This is all 4 elements, all fixed elements or signs, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, in balance. This also indicates a major chapter or cycle ending. And when there's an ending, there's always a new beginning. This is in your sacral chakra, which is feminine water energy. It's our sacred sexuality, it's our intuition, it's our creative expression. So you have Capricorn energy back to back, Saturnian energy back to back, a restructuring of your internal world, Scorpio. This is beautiful. And it's your birthday season, so each year, solar return, we grow, we change, we adapt. And since the last eclipse season is all about illumination and change. Full moon is a culmination of the work we put in since the last new moon and the last eclipse. This is a timeless reading, so know that whenever you tap in to this, look for the synchronicities as they are in your life now. And if you tap into this after this eclipse season, know that you went through the season as everybody did on Earth. And it is a season of transformation. This is ego death. This is Gemini energy. This is mutable air energy. Gemini rules the third house, which is about the masculine and feminine, or the left and right hemispheres of our brain. This is intellect. This is communication. This is thought. And this is in your solar plexus energy, fire energy, masculine energy, divine masculine energy, where sacral is divine feminine. Oh, you know what else I'm picking up? You know, Scorpio also rules other people's money, and I'm not throwing shade here. Scorpios use other people and relationships as resources, where Taurus is money, is about work and creating tangible money for one's own. Here I'm picking up, and I like this air energy in your solar plexus because it's air and fire are masculine energies, where earth and water are feminine. So we've got some masculinity in here. It's of the mind. And here again, card 10, 10th house, Capricorn. 10 is a number of completion. Here, it's a death of the ego. And in particular, you know, I just learned this today in the traditional tarot, the figure of the man in the red robe with the tan kind of shirt with all of the swords in their back lying dead is Taurus energy, or the Hierophant. Because if you look in the traditional tarot at the hand, the position it's in as it's lying on the ground, it is very similar to the hand gesture in the Hierophant card of the Major Arcana. And I think historically that card was created from the story of the Archbishop of Canterbury. Anyway, that just came in. I found it on TikTok, that story, and found it very interesting. So I see shadow work. Taurus is your shadow sign. I see you killing off parts of your shadow, or killing off parts of your ego to achieve a better balance with your shadow self. You know, the shadow self, as Jung coined this term, this shadow part of our ego. I'm an MBTI certified practitioner, so in addition to astrology and numerology and other typology systems, I incorporate the Myers-Briggs type indicator, which are based on Jung's cognitive functions theory. Carl Jung was the father of subconscious exploration. So when he developed this cognitive functions theory, he was so into exploring how our minds work that he was then able to drop into his shadow self and retrieve parts of himself that our ego wouldn't allow to come to the surface. Usually this occurs in our formative years. Usually this occurs due to damage done to us, trauma, and it doesn't have to be intense. It just could be, the regular processes of the maturation process as we grow older, because our egos are, our cognitive functions of our ego are usually established by the age of 14. So he was able to explore his shadow self. And that process is very, very scorpionic in nature. Being able to dive deep, like Scorpio is deep, deep water, and heal the inner child, or bring out the gifts, the light that our early childhood conditioning would not allow us, for whatever reason, to come to light and to be integrated into the ego. That is the ego death process. That's what I teach. If you go to my website, you can find my services. You can get typed. I combine your MBTI typology with astrology and your numerology to offer up pictures of you, your internal workings that are often subconscious, and lay them out there for you, talk about them, so that you can better understand how all these emotions and this energy that we all carry within us, how best to transmute and change and grow and heal. All right, so I see an ego death. You are working hard, no fear at all, at killing off those parts that no longer serve you. Yes, heart space, Wheel of Fortune. You got the World card, which on it shows, on the traditional tarot, shows the 4 fixed signs, of which you are included, and your shadow sign of Taurus. And it's also shown here on the Wheel of Fortune. This is karma. And we have the 4 fixed signs. So, and that's in your heart space. There are 4 chambers to the heart. Coincidence? I think not. There is no such thing. There is synchronicity though. And noticing the synchronicity in our lives, the synchronicity between events and emotions inside are reflected on the outside, and we can identify those synchronicities on the outside. They are connected to what's going on inside. As above, so below, as within, so without. In the throat chakra, Taurus energy, we have Ace of Cups, a new, fresh beginning. The waters of life. This Wheel of Fortune, the divine, the universe, God, your angels, your demons even. Having killed off parts of yourself that no longer serve you is creating new life in you, Scorpio. This is beautiful, right? Scorpio, you know how to die over and over and over again. And here this indicates What I'm hearing is, you know how Scorpio sometimes that process is all that you know, maybe because of past trauma. Those parts of you that were figuratively killed off, you thought you'd lost. It's easy to repeat that pattern of death, 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 death. Scorpios in the 8th house are related to sex. Did you know that the French have a word for the orgasm? Translated into English means the small death. You know, many of you love sex, are great lovers. I know that for sure. Yet sometimes, if our ego has been damaged, if we haven't been able to dive deep and touch that inner child and bring them out into the light or heal whatever hurts, we just keep repeating the death cycle. But not this time, Scorpio. This eclipse season, this Taurus moon, full blood moon, is going to bring transformation, fresh new life, should you choose it. Should you continue to level up in the way that you are here, this is so powerful. You have 2 major arcanas, the World card and the Wheel of Fortune, both Saturnian energy. You are doing the work. You've done the work. 3 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy again, ruled by Saturn, in your root. You've created an Ace of Cups, Scorpio. This is beautiful. A fresh start. Oh, look at what's on the bottom. 5 of Cups, Scorpionic energy. I'm not going to take that as I ask Spirit for the 3rd eye chakra. Oh, and by the way, the throat chakra ruled by Taurus and your heart chakra, which is air energy, they work together. So you have the Wheel of Fortune and this Ace of Cups. This is good karma, clearly. Now your solar plexus, your masculine fire energy, is connected to your 3rd eye. In the solar plexus chakra right now, you have the 10 of Swords, Gemini energy, this ego death energy. And what's in the 3rd eye? Thank you. That it's working. Scorpio, I'm about to cry, seriously. Look at this. This is the Death card. The Death card. This is your card, Scorpio. This is beautiful. Card number 13 of the major arcana happens after the Hanged Man. Card number 12, which is about willingly killing off parts of the ego. Wow. Very proud. Very happy at the same time. Very moved. Bottom of the deck, the Star card. This is about hope and healing. Card number 17. 1 and 7 is 8. Scorpio rules the 8th house. So, 10 of Swords paired with death. Can't get any clearer synchronicity than that, my friend. Knight of Swords in the crown, paired with the World card, Capricorn energy. This is you taking that action. This is you communicating this. This is a card of action. It's masculine air energy. Here, representing, well, I thought for a second that was a horn from a unicorn, but it's a sword. But we have 3 Again, 3. We had 3 of Pentacles to start out. We have 3 horses galloping apace. Horses represent freedom, Scorpio. You're moving from this death energy, your own energy. Oh, and also, no, that's Judgment card. The Death card, yeah, it's Mars and Plutonian energy. Pluto. Death to the ego. Death to what no longer serves you, my lovely Scorpio. All right. Now, what advice, universe? What advice, Scorpio collective conscience, do you want Scorpio to hear? 8 of Wands, more movement, more communication. 8 is the number of strength. 8, house ruled by Scorpio. Here it's Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. I see you moving this fire energy from cardinal fire, action, Mars energy, into mutable, spiritual, higher mind, higher purpose fire of Sagittarius. You're moving into your next house. Could indicate travel, but mostly it's a traveling and forward movement of the will. Again, here we have the Knight of Wands. So we have masculine air energy and masculine fire energy with the 8 of Wands. And specifically, I think it's Venus in Sagittarius. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Libra rules the 7th house, the house before. This is about partnerships. 8th house is about intimacy and trust. The self first and then partnerships. Can't make this stuff up. You're gonna make me cry again. 2 of Cups, Cancerian energy, a union coming together. And if not with another person, certainly with yourself, marrying the masculine and feminine within you. This is what you're communicating. This is what your passion is moving towards. A union of the self, a wholeness, a balance of water energy within the self, and most definitely with others. A healing has been happening here. 3 of Pentacles is also my card of building family, building roots here in the root chakra. Earth energy, cardinal earth energy. Cardinal is initiating, it's action, very much like Aries energy, Mars energy. Wow. All right. Four of Wands, Aries energy, more Mars energy. Huh. Yeah. 4 of Wands is about establishing, building a home. It's like this 3 of Pentacles in your root and all this work you've done of transformation inside, balancing your masculine and feminine, balancing that fire energy of Scorpio with the ice water of transformation of Pluto. Four of Wands, Aries energy, is about having built a home for the internal passion that you have, the internal expression. You started out with Eight of Wands as the message on how to move forward, how to level up with this energy. These cards are just confirmation. I mean, your level up was in, it's the narrative of the 7 cards. Amazing transformation. Yeah, you are leveling up. So 8 of Wands, 2 and 4. 8 is half of 4, or 4 is half of 8. 2 is half of 4. Total of 14, that's Temperance card, that's balance, that's alchemy, it's transmutation, that's Sagittarius energy, 9th house energy again. You are moving into the 9th house. And here, I mentioned the Hanged Man, card number 12. It's that sacrifice and strength that there's Empress energy, another 3. Libra rules the 7th house, right before yours, Scorpio. It's about relationships and balance. But the Hanged, it takes a lot of guts to go inward and kill off parts of the ego that no longer serve you. Congratulations, Scorpio. Happy birthday. It is truly a birth, a rebirth after death. Empress, 5 of Pentacles, more Taurus energy. Grounding in this process for you, Scorpio. If you like this reading, please give it a like, a comment, a share, and I would be honored if you would become a subscriber. I will have more level up readings for all of the signs, more for Scorpio. In addition, if you do identify with other typology systems like the Myers-Briggs type indicator, check out the readings that I've done where I've incorporated tarot, astrology, numerology into the cognitive functions, and will continue to create videos specific to the signs, specific to the Myers-Briggs types, and also specific to numerology or sacred numerology. In addition to some other varied readings where I tap into the collective, we'll take a look at your karmic relationships and how to break them. And I have a series of readings where I'll tap into the whole and better describe, although this is a great description of the individuation process, this transformative process. I take all these seemingly disparate typology systems to show how they're interconnected and how often they're one and the same, part of the same parcel, right? My other readings will also, will explain this death and rebirth process, which is necessary for us to grow, for us to be happy, for us to heal wounds inside of us, for us to then generate self-love so that we can properly, with trust and with love and loyalty, couple with others. Thank you. And I hope to see you, Scorpio, in the next reading.